Robert Michael Jeter. You've seen him here and there, from playing a cross-dressing homeless cabaret singer in The Fisher King, or an abusive owner in Disney's Air Bud. Or maybe you've seen him on children's shows like Sesame Street. Or maybe in a Western like Open Range. Or maybe even in a Jurassic Park sequel. You've seen him many times. From Mouse Hunt to Zelig to even Tango and Cash. This is an actor that, in my opinion, he was such a, he knew what he was doing. He had fun doing it, and it's just the saddest, he loved, it's one of those sadder times when, it's like, talk about John Candy, you have fun watching him, and then stuff you wish didn't happen. He was born in Tennessee, August 22nd, 1952. And I'm not the only person who has done a whole video on him. This guy, the Backhole, I think he's a character actor. He does studies on other character actors and supporting actors and stuff. But this is why I miss, and I haven't done a why I miss for this year. So I wanted Michael to be the first. He was openly gay, and I think he did one of the best, in my opinion, interviews of you could see on the Backhole video, where he talked about it. And I think it was one of the most, because you have so many people these kids nowadays, like JoJo Siwa and stuff, that for these people, they really should go and watch. There was an interview, I think, where he talked about it, and I think it was one of the greatest speeches or talks or whatever I've ever heard. He loved spending time with his partner Sean Blue, and he just he was found dead in his Hollywood home at the age of 50. Although he was HIV positive, he had been in good health for many years. His partner, again, when I said Sean, said Jeter died of complications after an epileptic seizure. See, I'm trying my best to not cry, because he just was one of these people that he seemed like someone I would have, who would have been related to, just the bushy mustache, the just how he, his something about him that makes him just, Martin Short, for example, just someone who just lights up everything, and he's just so, he has this energy and enthusiasm, and it's just reading that made me really gonna break out. From Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas to Patch Adams, Jacob the Liar, and one of my personal favorites of his, the Edward in the Green Mile. He had two posthumous releases, and that was Open Range, one of my favorite westerns, where he played Percy, and Polar Express, where he played both Smokey and Steamer, motion capture only. Motion capture. He played two of those characters. The the two guys and the engineer guys in the front. The two guys, those two guys. Just to imagine, just the energy this guy had while doing that, and then he did so many television, Designing Women, very funny in that as Calvin Klein. He was in a Crime Story. He did a small incy part in Night Court. Evening Shade was really good, where he plays Herman Styles. Yes, with Burt Reynolds. That was one of Brad Jones's favorite shows. And one of my favorite shows, a very very underrated show, Picket Fences. And just Duckman, suddenly Susan, Mrs. Santa Claus, where he played Arvo. Wild Thornberrys. Yeah, he's done a lot with children's television, like Hey Arnold as Eugene's father. Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, my introduction to Michael Jeter. And then the close second was Air Bud. Touched by an Angel as Gus Zimmerman. So the list goes on. And one of my favorite cartoons of all time, Johnny Bravo, was Lawrence the Camel. I remember that one. Murphy Brown. List goes on for his television. But yeah, I was that close. You can tell I was kind of, because he's one of those number one people that really inspired me with how I can my humor and so I think it's one of my favorite episodes I've done for now, but by now, at least at this, I think it's one of my favorites.